two music icons, two explosive scandals. Sean Diddy Combs, one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry, has allegedly been using his influence over the New York Police Department to dodge accountability. Meanwhile, Chris Brown faces yet another accusation, this time from a new accuser who's stepping forward with shocking claims. What is the truth behind these controversies? And how are these accusations shaping the futures of these megastars? Let's break it all down. Diddy, a mogul. A man who's not only known for his music but for his undeniable influence over the entertainment industry. From his early days at Bad Boy Records to creating a media empire that includes music, fashion and beverages, Diddy has consistently found himself at the top. But with that power comes scrutiny. For years, Diddy has been surrounded by whispers of controversy, legal battles, fights and scandals that somehow never seem to fully tarnish his reputation. But now it seems those whispers have grown into something much louder. According to reports, Diddy was recently arrested following a nightclub brawl in New York City. However, what happened after the arrest is what's raising eyebrows. Sources claim Diddy's connections within the NYPD played a significant role in his quick release, leading many to ask, has Diddy been using the police to protect himself from the law? Reports are surfacing that Diddy's influence with high-ranking NYPD officials may have helped sweep this incident under the rug. Eyewitnesses from the nightclub say the altercation escalated when Diddy allegedly attacked a partygoer after an argument. But rather than face the typical consequences for assault, Diddy was quietly released with minimal charges. How? Insiders claim that Diddy's relationships with certain NYPD officers have granted him privileges not afforded to the average citizen. Social media erupted with speculation. Has Diddy been manipulating the justice system? Is this another example of a celebrity using their wealth and power to escape consequences? The public is demanding answers, with some claiming this is yet another case of the rich being able to bend the rules in their favor. If proven, these allegations could have serious legal ramifications, not just for Diddy but also for the NYPD officers allegedly involved. Charges of corruption, abuse of power, and obstruction of justice could follow if it's revealed that officials helped protect Diddy from facing the full extent of the law. But will these accusations stick, or will Diddy manage to emerge unscathed, as he has in the past? Diddy's ability to navigate legal battles isn't new. In 1999, he famously faced charges related to a shooting at a nightclub, but after a highly publicized trial, he walked free. Now, nearly 25 years later, is he pulling the same strings again? For Diddy, this arrest could be a turning point. While some fans are defending him, others are starting to question how long he can maintain his grip on the industry if these accusations continue to surface. Could this be the scandal that finally tarnishes his legacy? While Diddy's scandal continues to unravel, another familiar face is making headlines, Chris Brown. For years, Chris has been haunted by his past. From his infamous 2009 assault on Rihanna to several other run-ins with the law, Chris Brown has been under the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. And now, a new accuser has emerged, claiming Chris assaulted them in a private incident. This latest accusation comes from a woman who attended a party at Chris Brown's mansion. According to her, what began as a heated argument soon turned physical, with Chris allegedly assaulting her during the altercation. As with previous accusations, Chris has denied the claims, but the public is once again left wondering, how many times can this happen before there are real consequences? For Chris Brown, these accusations are all too familiar. Despite his undeniable talent and success, his career has been overshadowed by a series of legal disputes and troubling allegations. But will this latest claim be the one that finally brings an end to his troubled journey? Or will Brown once again emerge relatively unscathed? In response, Chris took to social media, vehemently denying the allegations. In a series of posts, Chris stated that the accusations are false and that he's being unfairly targeted because of his past. His fans have come out in support of him, rallying behind the Number I Stand With Chris hashtag, but not everyone is convinced. For many, Chris's history with violence makes it hard to believe he's innocent. Some are calling for his cancellation, while others are arguing that the media is blowing things out of proportion. But this isn't the first time Chris has found himself in this position. Over the years, he's faced accusations of assault, harassment and more, but somehow his career continues to thrive. However, not everyone was so quick to dismiss the allegations. Critics of Brown were quick to point out his history of violent behavior, particularly his highly publicized 2009 assault on then-girlfriend Rihanna. For these voices, the latest accusations only serve to reinforce a troubling pattern that they believe Brown has never fully owned up to. The backlash was swift and intense, with many calling for Brown to finally face the consequences of his actions. Some argue that his repeated run-ins with the law and ongoing accusations of violence make it impossible for him to truly rehabilitate his image. With each new scandal, the line between forgiveness and accountability becomes harder to navigate. Despite the controversy, Chris Brown's career remains strong. He continues to sell out concerts, drop chart-topping hits, and collaborate with some of the biggest names in the industry. But with each new accusation, his reputation takes another hit. Will this be the scandal that finally derails his success? Or will Chris Brown manage to, once again, move past these allegations and continue to dominate the music world? For years, Brown's career seemed bulletproof, even in the face of serious legal challenges. Fans continued to buy his music, stream his albums, and attend his concerts in droves. But the cracks are starting to show. Each new allegation adds more pressure on his public persona, and brands that once eagerly partnered with him are now quietly distancing themselves. In the digital age, reputation is everything. While Brown's die-hard fans may stand by him, the broader public has begun to reconsider their support. Social media campaigns urging for his cancellation have gained momentum, and music platforms are starting to face backlash for promoting his work. As a result, some radio stations have reduced their airplay of his songs, and certain streaming services have been under pressure to address the ethics of continuing to feature his music prominently. Yet, despite the controversies, Brown continues to release music that resonates with a global audience. His latest album debuted at the top of the charts, and his tour dates are still selling out. For now, his artistry remains a powerful force in the industry. But the real question is, how much longer can Brown walk the tightrope between success and scandal? Will this latest accusation be the final tipping point? For Chris Brown, it seems that talent has, so far, provided a shield. But with each new controversy, the line between his music and his personal life becomes harder to ignore. Can his fans and the industry continue to overlook his past, or will they eventually decide that enough is enough? Only time will tell whether Chris Brown's career can survive this latest accusation. But one thing is certain, the eyes of the world are watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Legally, the consequences for Chris Brown could be severe. If this case goes to trial and he's found guilty, it could mean jail time or hefty fines. But Chris has faced the court of public opinion time and time again, and somehow, he always manages to keep his career intact. Is this time any different? Mainstream media is already speculating about what this means for Chris's future. Some believe that his career will survive, as it has in the past, while others suggest that his reputation is on borrowed time. One thing is for certain, this latest accusation has put Chris Brown back in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. So, what do these two stories have in common? Both Diddy and Chris Brown are at the center of scandals that raise important questions about the role of power and influence in the entertainment industry. From Diddy's alleged manipulation of the NYPD to Chris Brown's repeated accusations of violence, it's clear that fame comes with a level of scrutiny that can either make or break a career. But for these two stars, the outcome is still unclear. Only time will tell if these scandals will have a lasting impact on Diddy and Chris Brown's legacies. But one thing is certain, the public is watching closely. And in today's world, no one is above accountability. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest updates. These recent controversies also bring up important questions about the role of the media. With tabloid headlines driving narratives and social media fueling instantaneous public verdicts, the lines between fact and fiction are often blurred. Are stars like Diddy and Chris Brown being unfairly judged by a system that thrives on scandal, or is this the price they must pay for their alleged misconduct? At the heart of it all is a tension between fame and responsibility. As public figures, celebrities like Diddy and Chris Brown have access to power, privilege, and influence that few others do. But that same fame comes with a heightened level of scrutiny. And as society becomes more vigilant in holding people accountable for their actions, even the most successful and beloved figures are no longer untouchable. So, what does this mean for the future of the entertainment industry? Will we see a new era of accountability, where stars are no longer able to escape the consequences of their actions? Or will the public's appetite for their talent continue to outweigh their concerns about personal failings? As Diddy's arrest and Chris Brown's new accuser continue to dominate headlines, they are just two chapters in a much larger story. A story about fame, power, justice, and how society grapples with the complex legacies of the stars they once idolized. In the end, these are not just scandals, they are a mirror reflecting back our collective struggles with what we value and who we are willing to forgive. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Diddy's alleged misuse of power? And how should Chris Brown's latest accusations be handled?